Garden Talk bloggers. It's August and we're heading to September, and I'm picking some beautiful, beautiful Italian eggplant. I love fresh eggplant. But you know, as summer winds down, we're beginning into the fall season. And a lot of times we get into the fall season, we start to think that everything is going in decline. Everything is going to sleep. But quite actually, we're entering your second spring, the second cool season of the year, which is going to give us the ability to start planting a lot of cool season vegetables. Keep in mind, as we get closer and closer into the fall season, the nights get cooler, the days get a little bit sunnier and a little less hot, which means that we have the ability to do vegetable gardening in the fall season. And today I'm going to show you some of the basic things that you can grow, very successful with in the fall season. The first thing that you have to think about is think about all the things that you plant in the spring, but really things that you can plant in the fall of the year. Remember, in the plant world, fall begins about mid-August and late August. So right now, fall has begun, even though chronologically on the calendar it's not until we get into September. Because we live where we do, gives us the ability to begin the fall planting process. I'm going to show you some basic things that you can plant this time of year. And Shauna is our camera person today. She's doing a great job. Shauna, as I show each of these pictures, I want you to kind of get up close and personal. Any and all lettuces, ladies and gentlemen, can be planted this time of year. And they are things that will do very well when it comes to being very successful with the cooler weather. Also, red beets. Beets do a wonderful job in the fall season. In fact, you can grow beets well into the months of November and early December, and they just get sweeter and sweeter and sweeter as the days go along, and will provide you a wonderful crop that'll keep well in the refrigerator or in your cellar in the winter season. Turnips. Even if you grow them for the tops or grow them for the bulb-like structures that they form, fall is an excellent time to plant those types of crops. Butter crunch lettuce or bib lettuce does very well in the fall time of the year. One of my favorite vegetables to plant this time of year is arugula. Now, arugula, for many of you, when you hear the word, you think of a very tart, hard-tasting vegetable. But arugula, if planted now, and it's covered over, particularly going into winter, with some overwintering blankets and things like that. And later, Ustream broadcast will talk a little bit about how to do that. This vegetable can be harvested all winter long, as well into the spring of the year, and provides you tasty greens even in the coldest seasons of the year. One of my favorite vegetables that can be planted this time of year and does a wonderful job and can overwinter as well is spinach. Spinach is a crop that loves cool weather. It germinates in these warmer soils in these bright sunny days and provides us a wonderful opportunity to pick fresh greens well into December. And if we protect it against the cold, dry winds of winter, we will have an excellent crop of greens all winter long to eat as well. And also, cannot forget about carrots. Carrots love this type of temperature. We're past the hot stuff now, which means that carrots will germinate and grow and provide us an excellent source of great food. And the cool thing about carrots are that you can leave them in the ground all winter long and pull them as you need them to provide you a wonderful, wonderful food source. And they also keep well in the refrigerator. A good tip when you harvest your carrots is don't wash them off, and they'll actually keep longer in the refrigerator. Keep in mind, when we go into the fall season, ladies and gentlemen, it's real important to realize that these plants are going to need one important thing, and that's good seed-to-soil contact, as well as the next important thing is good rich soil. Here on the farm, we have these wonderful raised beds that we've created with a good modified soil. And this is where we've actually had 3 crops planted this year. This will be our 3rd planting for the year 2011. And kind of ironic, here to the right-hand side, these are fresh parsnips. And these are ones that we planted back in May, which aren't going to be ready, ladies and gentlemen, until we hit probably December. So right from here going this way, we're going to be planting things that we can harvest all the way through the fall and even into the winter. I think it's important to realize, a lot of people say, well, Mark, you know, when I plant lettuce seed, the seed is so small, I can't tell the difference between them. How do I get my seed spacing right? I wanted to show all of you kind of an interesting difference between pelleted seed and non-pelleted seed. And Shauna, if we can get kind of close up and personal here, I'm going to show everybody a little bit of seed. This is a little seed packet, and this little seed packet has probably about 500 seeds in it, and it is extremely, I'm going to just dump out a little bit. That's lettuce seed. That's small. Hard to grab this a little piece of lettuce seed and plant it. But at the same time, if I find the right seed, because this is live Ustream TV, is if we plant pelleted lettuce seed, we have the ability to individually pick up the seed and plant it. And right here is some pelleted butter crunch lettuce that is in a much larger state. This is literally one seed is wrapped around these little clay particles, which gives us the ability to pick up the seed and put it in the place that we want it. A couple important things about seeding, and realize with vegetables, many of our vegetable seeds are very thin and very small seeds. So it's very important that when we're planting our seeds that we realize that we only want to cover the seed to the depth or the thickness of the seed. So in other words, if that seed is only 1/8 of an inch thick, we only want to put about 1/8 of an inch of soil over top of it. And once you plant it, it's important to make sure that that seed stays moist. Do not let it dry out. If that seed dries out, you'll have very poor germination, and lastly, a very poor showing when it comes to the time to harvest it. Well, folks, thank you for being part of this Ustream event about fall gardening, and I hope that you will take a little time this weekend and do a little bit of fall vegetable gardening, because I will tell you what, there's good things to eat this fall and all winter long. Join me this Saturday morning from 6 to 9 on News Talk Radio WHIO for Garden Talk, and also join us for live chat at GardenTalkBlog.com. See you next time.